Dream, Corpse Husband, Ron from the movie The Boy. This random dude who got really famous on TikTok during the BLM 2020 protest. I want you guys to look at all of these men and tell me what they have in common. What all these men have in common is that they use the power of anonymity in one way, shape, or another in order to get some type of online clout. And I've just been thinking about how anonymity allows people online, specifically men, in order to get famous, and how that affects the whole entire online landscape. So if you're interested in my dissection of that topic, keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back to Ella Pastoral. If this is your first time coming upon this YouTube channel right here, I typically make video essays breaking down my favorite pieces of media, but in this video today I really want to talk about the power of anonymity and how it has just changed the online landscape that we all live in. So the first time I really understood the power of anonymity was in 2020 during the whole pandemic, like the pandemic, because we're still living in a pandemic. But during this time, nobody was allowed outside of their houses. So we all had to be on social media in order to not die of boredom. During this time, the Black Lives Matter protest was going on, and it was just a whole entire phenomenon to behold. Like you just had to be there to experience the pandemic to understand what I'm talking about. And during this time, this man right here blew up. And you might be like, oh, Emma, he blew up because of his, his activism, the things he was doing to help Black people fight for their rights. But no. But the reason why this man right here blew up wasn't because of the work he was doing to advocate for Black people's rights. He blew up because the internet found him attractive. And the reason why the internet found him attractive was because of his mask. But it wasn't just this man that really taught me that the internet has some type of fascination with anonymity and even masks, for example. But the internet sexualization of the organization known as Anonymous really taught me that there has to be some power behind not knowing what's behind the mask. And before I really dive into this whole video essay, I want to give you guys some background knowledge on who the Anonymous organization is. Anonymous is a decentralized international activist and hacktivist collective and movement primarily known for its various cyber attacks against several governments, government institutions, and government agencies, corporations, and the Church of Scientology. During this time when they were prevalent, it was a rumor that the original organization known as Anonymous was secretly in Guantanamo Bay for doing all those cyber attacks. Now that you guys know some background history on Anonymous, the fact that they climbed out of their little hidey hole to come help during the BLM movement was so surprising. And literally everybody was celebrating the rise of Anonymous like it was crazy. But when it comes to the internet, whenever they want to really appreciate stuff, it's never in a normal way. They always have to do some weird type of perversion to the appreciation. And so instead of just being like, thank you guys, thank you Anonymous, they decided to do some thirst traps for Anonymous. And I'm just going to be putting the evidence that I found out by going all the way into 2020 TikTok. Well, the internet was seriously unhinged because guys, this organization is scary. And for y'all to be making thirst traps, I knew y'all wasn't serious. Like, I cannot understand how unreal 2020 was. I would literally be going on my For You page and I would see a Chloe Ting edit. I would then see a banana toast video, like how to make banana toast. And then, mind you, there's civil unrest going on in the streets. I will see a random thirst trap of an anonymous group. Like, Anonymous, I cannot understand how scary these people were for y'all to be doing that. But even though 2020 was such a crazy year, it really taught me a lot. It really taught me that the whole notion / rhetoric that people would be saying like, oh, you need to have an online face, an online persona in order to blow up and have some type of social media presence was a lie. And I feel like that whole 2020 situation led into another phenomenon that I want to talk about, which is specifically the rise of VTubers and those YouTubers that be having the cute little animated puppets. I feel like 2020 really ushered that in to the internet. Like, obviously before the pandemic, I had seen YouTubers and even let's say streamers have those cute little icons, but I really feel like after the pandemic, like after the 2020 high peak flow of COVID, that's when we really got to see the rise of VTubers. I really feel like the pandemic traumatized a bunch of us. Like, I really feel like the fact that we weren't able to socialize with real people, I guess, people in real world and have face-to-face connection really led to the rise of VTubers. Because VTubers, especially the ones on Twitch and even Discord, they were able to have a face-to-face connection, even though the person behind the screen or whatever was anonymous. And we can really see this phenomenon with one of the most fastest growing VTubers, YouTubers of that time, and even to this day. And this man's name is Corpse Husband. Like, if you guys had been on TikTok at that time, you can, back me up on this point, but this man was all over my For You page. And I really feel like what led to this man blowing up is that parasocial relationship aspect that I was talking about, where people really were like building a relationship with him even though they had no idea what this man looked like. Like, people don't even know what this man looks like to this day. And literally, he has this really deep manly voice that people really liked. Like, to this day, I still haven't heard another man who has a voice that deep. But due to all of those factors, Corpse Husband became one of the biggest YouTubers. People right now will lie to me and say the reason why he blew up is because of his music. But that man's music is garbage. The reason why he blew up is because people think he sounds hot. And he has the anonymous factor to him. So people can literally in their heads imagine that this man is a fine Henry Cavill lookalike. And to us, we'll literally never know what that man looks like. And that's the power of anonymity. Because of the fact that we don't know what this man looks like, we can imagine anything. He could look like Henry Cavill. He could look like Oscar Isaac. The possibilities are wide. But it isn't just Corpse Husband who's using the power of anonymity to blow up. I've seen a plethora of other people transition into being VTubers. But literally tell me why when I was working at one of my jobs, my coworker literally told me to go follow her on Twitch. And when I looked at it, Shawty was a VTuber. I was just so surprised because not only is it on the internet, but it's feeding into my real world, and that amazed me. But I really want to talk about another, I guess, juggernaut of the VTubing space. Someone who caused a bunch of controversy when he decided to stop using the power of anonymity and reveal his face. And this person is Dream. Just like Corpse Husband, the VTuber, YouTuber, to be honest, I have no idea what this man actually does. Whatever his position is, Dream used his power of anonymity to gain a gigantic, massive following, just like Corpse Husband. And for the longest time, people were also using their imagination to fantasize about what this man could look like. Like, I cannot understate, while I was doing my research, I saw a bunch of fan edits. Mind you, this man has never shown his face. On a serious note, people really thought this man was gonna be fine. Like, I don't know what people imagine him to look like, but people imagine him to be, like a Tumblr sexy man of sorts. And so building off this desire of his fan base to see his face, Dream decided to do a face reveal. And this man, I feel like, overhyped his face reveal like crazy. Like, he got all of his YouTuber friends to do reactions to seeing his face. He even got Bella Porsche to do a face reveal to his face. And literally everybody was like, oh my gosh, like, Bella Porsche is so shocked, that means he's fine. And the day comes. The day of this big face reveal comes. And everybody is shocked. If you were there for Dream's face reveal, bro, it was like a war zone. Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, even Facebook was lit on fire. And it was awful. People were comparing this man to the little character Rumpelstiltskin from the Shrek movie. It was a terrible time. Like, it was awful. People said he looked like Shane Dawson. Like, it was such a terrible time for him, bro. Like, I don't know how he was able to deal with all of this backlash from his face being revealed. Like, imagine that's your face. And people are saying you look like the little Shrek monster. Oh no, I couldn't handle it. And I just find it so interesting that he decided to give up on the power that anonymity had gotten him. Like, literally, he got famous all because he hid his face. So I just don't understand why he decided to do a face reveal. Because the backlash and the mistreatment he got from revealing his face was brutal. And this whole situation really taught me that if you're gonna use the power of anonymity, you gotta make sure that you hide your face forever after that. There is no saving you. Like, I know this situation is just teaching Corpse Husband that he gotta keep hiding his face until the end of time, because no way. No way. And I just find it so weird that he did a face reveal, because literally in all of our popular media with our superheroes like Batman and Superman, they make sure to tell us that if you're gonna hide behind a mask, to get some type of, I don't know, clout or whatever, you gotta make sure that you protect your true identity and dreaming against that. But now I want to talk about other sexy men or whatever, or other men who use the power of anonymity and the power of masks to be popular, or people who just blew up due to this phenomenon. An example of this that I want to tell you guys about is this man right here. He is from the anime called like High Rise Invasion, and literally the reason why that anime got popular was because of him. Like nobody watched the anime really, but everybody watched like the first couple of episodes just to simp over him. Like to this day I still see thirst edits of him, and yet again, the power of the mask. We have no idea what this man looks like, but we like the fact that he has a mask. The next character that I want to talk about is Braun from the movie The Boy. Like, I showed my friend this edit and I was like, yo, he low-key looking a little, and I got shamed. Like the group chat was flaming me, but I thought that man looked a little fine. But I think it's the power of the mask. The power of the mask is a phenomenon that literally needs to be studied. The last character that I really want to talk about that I really feel like benefited from the whole power of the mask thing is definitely Ghost from the Call of Duty franchise. Like literally this man caused such a controversy on TikTok because all of the girls and the, all of the girls and the gays found out about Ghost and started making crazy edits about him. And everybody, mostly the men who were OG Call of Duty fans were like, how could you sexualize Ghost? Like he's a murderer. Like, have you been on TikTok? If he has a mask, he's going to be a, like, what? The phenomenon is like even a studied thing. Like once you have a character that has a mask, they're going to be sexualized. In conclusion, I don't even know how I want to end this video. Like, I just wanted to point this out to you guys and ask you guys if you have noticed the power of anonymity on your side of the internet, because you guys know we're all on different sides of the internet. But I just think it's so interesting how we used to be like, oh, you can never blow up if you don't show your face. And literally some of the biggest accounts right now on the internet are people who we have no idea about. And I just find that so interesting. So if you guys like this video, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. If you enjoyed this type of content, let me know. Leave a comment. Definitely subscribe so I can see if I should do more, I guess, social media deep dives. And definitely hit the bell notification, guys. I have a bunch of new videos coming out soon and I really want you guys to see them. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.